Hello. As most of us know, snow is a white cold substance that is delicate enough to cause a shiver. It shivered me and my family straight out of Utah to Arizona. My name is Timmy Amatawark, Tin Beat. I go by my first name and a difficult name that'll soon come easy. Today, I want to explain how crucial it is to be able to understand your privilege or lack of, whether it's social, financial, or even educational, how that can either speed run you to the end or deter you to your goals. To begin with, I want to be discussing money, a very huge topic but a very difficult one to touch on for many reasons because, simply put, it's the reason or the way most people live their life. Financial stability is one of the most sought out things, but the most difficult to obtain, let alone maintain. And um, most people's financial situations determine their educational systems, whether they end up in public, private, or even boarding school. Another huge determinant on who you end up being is your connections you make and the ones your family have. Connections, simply put, are the gateways to opportunities, something people don't think about enough or don't care about enough, I suppose. But throughout my life, I've been able to learn the importance of financial, educational stability, along with the power of connections. Although most people don't choose to look out of their very narrow view of life, there are so many fascinating aspects about others. For instance, I grew up in a family of seven. You can only imagine how fun and chaotic that got, but that support system is what got me through the most difficult parts of my life, whereas other people might not have even had that. And where people come from plays a significant role in who they become, and I hope my story gives you a new perspective. My parents immigrated from Ethiopia, and it wasn't by choice. They were seeking asylum. Despite financial struggles, coming from another country, they worked hard. And through that, they were able to build a very stable household. Although I knew I couldn't ask for every toy on the shelf, I could always rely on my necessities being met. Even though I had my necessities met in high school, that doesn't mean it was always a walk in the park. Understanding my financial background, I knew I had to work extraordinary in high school to secure solid scholarships. On top of that, I had to work a job where I had to save up for college. And that made finding a good balance extremely difficult. I was able to find that though through doing things I enjoyed, such as sports. I played volleyball for a year and then I switched to badminton. A very big shift, but it was the right one for me. What I've learned throughout high school is prioritizing yourself. I had to make sure I didn't crack over the educational pressures bestowed upon myself and the ones my parents gave me too. But I had to discover that the hard way. Last semester was very difficult for me for various reasons. To start off with, my workload. I had a lot of classes, something that nobody should put upon themselves, but I ended up dropping 2 PVCC courses, something I never planned on doing, but that made me truly understand that you have to prioritize your schooling because it can easily slip away. Coming from an immigrant family, in my case, meant a lack of professional connections. So I was set on creating my own. One unexpected opportunity actually occurred at my job, Dairy Queen. I met an ASU rep. Although that isn't the ideal setting, they were explaining to me how much financial aid ASU truly had and the various programs they offered. And that was a pretty big moment that made me decide to attend ASU in the fall. As somebody who thoroughly enjoys conversation, I am just starting to understand how like crucial those random connections you make could truly be. Today, I've given you a glimpse into my life. Now you can understand my financial constraints, educational and social pressures, and how they've shaped my life. Being a first generation student and coming from a big family has had a huge impact on my future goals. I hope that you can take this into account and how others' beginnings can impact their futures. Thank you guys for taking the time to tune into my story. Understanding how to adapt and push forward is key into shaping your future. I look forward to getting to know your guys' beginnings, because that shapes the person you truly are today. Thank you again.